Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. Start out with a little bit of trivia today. Who sang the only hit to make it possibly to the number one spot on the singles chart? In other words, they sang the song, died, and it became number one. Was it Sam Cooke, Janis Joplin, Otis Redding, or Buddy Holly? I was watching a movie from 1955 called The Blackboard Jungle. It starred Glenn Ford. He was a high school teacher, and he was trying to deal with hooligans. When was the last time you heard that term? Hooligans in school, just like they do today. And back then, just as they are today, the hooligans had no family. They were brought up on the street. And think what you want about Andrew Cuomo in his run for governor. In one of his commercials, he had something extremely astute and holds true today no matter what. Everything begins at the kitchen table. That solves all the problems. Concern about your children, concern about everybody in the family, how you're doing, discuss it. If you have problems, you could head them off. That movie was made in 1955, 70 years ago today, and that rings true today. And you want to talk about fatherhood, and you want to talk about one of the biggest rectal cavities on the face of the planet. How about Nick Cannon? Entertainer. I enjoy his work. Funny guy. But he boasts that he has had 12 different kids by I think it is at least 6 different women. And that's supposed to be a feather in his cap. Imagine that. He's boasting that. 12 different kids by 6 different women. And on one of them, it came where one of the kids had a recital. I don't know if it was piano, something that the kid was performing at, and Nick didn't go to it. And the woman he had the child with said, well, that's okay, only white people do that. Only white men go to those things. Precisely. That's the biggest difference. Precisely. Explain to me fatherhood in the minority community. Explain to me fatherhood where you really don't care. You're just notching up how many kids you could have. Father of the Year, he is a poster boy for idiocy, a poster boy for lack of fatherhood in the black community, and he's touting it. Amazing. It's amazing to me. I can't understand that. And there's a lot of idiots around. There's a lot of rectal cavities around walking the face of the planet. One of them is Aaron Rodgers. You know what he's doing now with the trade between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets? I guarantee you, Aaron Rodgers is going to be one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this year. He is not going to do well with the New York Jets. He did well with the Green Bay Packers. For a decade, he was playing a bunch of tomato cans. Chicago Bears sucked. Detroit Lions sucked. Minnesota was good. On the road, in the playoffs, they sucked. He played a lot of rope-a-dopes. Played up in Green Bay in Lambeau Field, who when you go there, the referees still think Vince Lombardi is the coach, and the Green Bay Packers get all the calls. So he's supposedly going to New York City. He is going to be a failure there. And once he gets out of football, he's going to be a failure in life. He'll never be a father. He'll never be a good father. He'll never be good at the kitchen table because he doesn't love anybody as much as he loves himself. Again, one of the bigger rectal cavities on the face of the planet. And we're looking at the latest thing, which was the tragic shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, where now it says, I saw the videos, he shot his way into the school. 2 automatic rifles. They shot the windows out of the glass doors, walked in and killed 3 students, killed 3 adults, teachers, administrators. Now, it was a transgender person. They said he shot his way in. So I'm wondering, is this a woman who became a man? Is this a man who became a woman? God knows what terminology they use. But I don't see the LGBTXYZ community coming over here and demonstrating. I don't see them saying anything. Because they know, deep in their hearts, they know that there's something wrong there. I don't care what you say. If you are not happy with how you are, and you want to be a man if you're a woman, or you want to be a woman if you're a man, your bubble's not completely on center. There's something wrong there. They won't admit it, but there is something. Just common sense tells you there's something wrong there. If you feel trapped in your body, I'm sorry. And I'm not going to bitch about it. I'm not going to scream at you about it. I know there's a gin mill here in our area where there's a bartender that dresses up like a woman. You know, like the old Bud Light commercials where you had 4 guys with mustaches and dresses so they could get in on ladies' night and partake in the buy one, get one free Bud Lights. If that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. As long as you don't try to kiss me and as long as the beer's cold, that's fine. But you don't see them, the LGBT, coming to the rescue of this person because there's something mentally wrong. There's mentally wrong anyhow when you walk into a school and kill kids and teachers. It was a targeted attack. We'll find out more. But that's a tragedy, and there's something wrong with these people. Don't have parades. Don't have all the hoopla that you're coming out as whatever you're coming out as. Just do it silently and get along. That's all. The Buffalo Sabres had an LGBTQABCQ night where they wore different jerseys in warm-up to make sure everybody was included as far as they're welcoming into the hockey rink and showing that they're all liberal and woke. Except one Buffalo Sabre did not wear it. One Buffalo Sabre did not participate. It was a Russian, where in Russia, if you are a gay, lesbian, you could be put to death. Same-sex marriages is grounds for severe punishment. If you wear a pin that has a rainbow on it, your family. He was worried that his family was going to be prosecuted if he did partake in it. Think about that. Think about what we're doing in our country. We're turning it upside down. I don't know what percentage of the population the LGBT community is, but it's probably infinitesimal. And yet you would think that everybody else is doing it. They're teaching it in school. It's insanity. It's got to be stopped. Get along. Do it quietly. Don't boast about it. Don't try to shove it down my throat. If you don't think so, go to Russia and try and see what happens. It's a very serious crime there, and you could be put to death. And this poor guy was worried that his family, and I could understand it. So, it's a crazy world. We can still take it back. The baby boomers can still remember how it was when they were growing up. Things were a little bit more sane there. This was the greatest country in the world. It still is. Cops were the good guys. Criminals were the bad guys. The trivia question. What artist had a #1 hit after they died? It was Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay. He died in a plane crash. And 7 days later, Dock of the Bay was #1 on the charts. Enjoy the Howdy Boomy Show. Go to the website and participate. Pick a gift up. Join the Great American Peanut Gallery. Help the website expand. Help keep these podcasts going. I'll see you soon. We'll talk about something that's on the forefront, how the schools are thinking that they're the parents bringing up the kids rather than the parents are, and they're not listening to us. They're thinking they're arrogant. We got to fix that. God bless you. God bless America.